Hello, my artist of life, beautiful light of love. Welcome to another video. And this one is all of them are important actually. Let me not say that, but this one, I feel the energy of this one. It is about creation. Creating, which is as artists of our life, creating is a massive key. It is very important. So, I will begin with reading something that came to me. And if you follow me on Instagram, even if you follow me here, and if you don't follow me, follow me. um, I posted a reel that had the same words, but this video is really going to allow me to really expand and let me say everything that I feel in my heart I want to say. So stick around. All right. So this is what came to me yesterday. Creating saved my life, made me want to live. Creating makes you be alive. Creating momentum. Creating is living. And that came to me when I truly felt the impact that creating has had on my life, on creating the creative downloads that I would get for my poetry, the inspiration of creation. It made me begin to put myself in motion, putting writing them down and just being in this energy of like catching and writing. It really awoke this life force energy within me. And that's truly how I see creating. Creating is truly this life force energy within us that is so divine and allows us to truly be in the motion of living. Life is meant to be lived, not meant to be stagnant. And without creating, we are not able to be in that motion of creating, that momentum of living, that momentum and motion and energy of truly being alive and feeling we are alive. Creating allows us to feel we are alive because we are putting thoughts and ideas into the world. We are putting ourselves into the world. We are in this motion of truly living. And that does not mean to always be in motion, because sometimes the most creative thing you can do is to sit and be still. But that is still creating yourself because you feel in your heart that in this moment, I'm creating myself to be still. I'm creating myself to be present in the moment. It is not about constantly doing, it is about a beautiful balance of feminine energy, of being in your body, of feeling, of catching that creative inspiration, and a beautiful then balance of being in masculine energy, of actually physically putting it out into the world. And as women, we can also beautifully be in that, in the feminine of creating, also out in the world with that masculine doing, yes, but also being super relaxed and super in our hearts in that. Okay, I went on the on a whole rant there. But yes, that is why I say that creating is this life force energy. And I want to kind of explain or describe my life before creating really became so before creation truly awoke and reignited within my life. Before that, I was truly just living a very, you can say, logical life. I was in my head planning and just really doing the steps I felt were necessary just to be alive. There's such a difference between being alive and truly living. Being alive, yes, you are here on this earth, living, breathing, doing the motions of life, you know, eating, doing this, doing that, going to school, going to work, hanging out with friends. But are you truly living? Living means being passionate about life, creating love, truly being in this kind of like divine and divine beauty of life. That to me is living. Living is creating that in every moment, seeing the beauty in life, seeing the beauty in other people, seeing the beauty in yourself, seeing the beauty in what you are creating and putting out into the world. That is living a life that just makes you want to live. And before, I wasn't living a life that truly I felt like I wanted to live. Yes, I was alive, but it wasn't a life that lit me up. It wasn't a life that I felt I was empowered and inspired by my own life to keep living and to keep creating, to keep being in this beautiful energy. And that is so important, to allow yourself to create. And like I mentioned in one of my other videos, creativity wasn't something I searched for, and I didn't know that that was what I was looking for. And I also did not even know that that was what was being reignited within me, because creativity found me in a moment of such transition in my life, of transition from a life where I was alive, doing just the motions that we are told to do, going to school, doing this, doing that, not really taking a moment to really consider that, wait, how do I truly want to live my life? What is my heart telling me? What is my authenticity telling me? What is my soul telling me? What is my soul's divine truth? And so creativity found me in a moment where I was awakening to my my soul, awakening to feeling my soul within me, awakening to something greater, awakening to the greater purpose of being alive here on earth, which is to truly live, to truly discover yourself, to truly expand, to truly live in possibility, in creating the life of your dreams, in creating heaven on earth, in creating a life that is in love, in creating and partaking in the art of loving, which is spreading and creating love in everything you do, in order to honestly raise the vibration of this planet and raise it in love, raise it in light, raise it in pure divinity, to no longer live in a life that has been so created and crafted by fear and by fear and limitation and all of that. And so that is when creativity found me. It found me in a moment where I was rediscovering my alignment and authenticity with myself, and I was rediscovering my love. I can truly say that I I found that inner love through my poetry and through writing, through just all of this creativity that was pouring out of me. My love was reflected back to me in those words. Sometimes I read those words and I'm like, wow, did I even really write that? Because I'm like, wow, where did that come from? But it was that beautiful energy of creativity. And I want to read a poem that I also shared, but it's all beautifully connected. I shared on my Instagram and everything, and even on my YouTube and on my TikTok, but I feel like it beautifully ties in with this video. And it is in my book, Helping People Breathe. So, this is what it says. I have become stoic, allowing things to just happen to me, forgetting that I am the creator of my reality. And that's truly how I was living in a moment before creativity really found me, this awakening of creativity. And the beautiful thing is that we can create art, we can create poetry, we can create all these beautiful art forms, but we can also create ourselves to be in love, to be the creators of our reality, creating every aspect of our lives. And that is the beautiful thing. I feel like my journey so beautifully led me through art into reminding me of truly the impact I have on every aspect of my life, where it's not just about creating art. I have that impact in every aspect of my life, and that is what I want you to remind you of, the impact you have on your life, on crafting, creating your life, of living in this empowerment and living with divine creation in your life. And like I said, that poem or words. I feel like I mentioned before, my book is poetry, but it's also thoughts and words that flowed through me with this divine creation. And helping people breathe, I have it written in the bio of where you can buy my book on Amazon, which is linked down below. It truly says that it is for anyone remembering to live, because that's what I truly believe that this book really shows, that it was a moment in my life where I was truly remembering what it means to live, not just be alive, not just breathing in this world, allowing life to happen to me, but what it means to be alive. And being alive means feeling your worth. Being alive means creating love in every moment. Being alive means looking for beauty. Being alive means truly creating a life you are passionate about, a life that is heart-led, a life in connection with God. That is what being alive means. We are not meant here to just live. We are meant here to create beautiful lives. Beautiful lives that take our breath away. Beautiful lives that are an inspiration to others. Beautiful lives that create more beauty on earth so we can spread more beauty. And that's why it's for anyone remembering to live, because that was my journey. And so if you are in that moment of transitioning, of reminding yourself of your inner power and your ability to truly live in this life, then check it out with the link in my bio. Not in my bio, but also down in the description. And so that is the beautiful, just amazing energy of creativity, which is truly a superpower here on earth. Honestly, that is truly what I feel, that being able, like, isn't that just so magical though? Like, let's just take a moment to like truly see the magic in that. The magic of getting a thought and then being able to truly put it out in the world. Like, that to me sometimes I'm like, that is actually crazy. Um but it took for me a lot of like, at first I didn't believe in that, you can say. I believed that I had an impact on like the, for example, art and creating that, but everything else I felt so powerless in. But we also hold the power in other aspects of our life because, like I mentioned in another video, it is about how we react to situations. It is about the thoughts we think. It is about being rooted in ourselves. It is about following our intuition. That is how we create our reality in all those moments, in all those aspects. So it's truly about being conscious in every moment of the present, of what you want to create. And another poem just came to me because I think this is also really important. So just give me a moment for me to find it. Okay, so this poem came to me, and this one is truly, it is powerful. It is really powerful because it is that moment where you see, are you taking steps towards okay, let me read it and then I'll explain it. Okay. I was taking steps towards death. Yes, you can see the world each day as taking you closer to death. But that does not mean you have to live as if you are dying. You are living. There is life within you, not death. Are you taking steps towards life or steps towards death? Are you living to live or living to die? Now I'm alive and I can feel it. And then on the next page is says, within me is life, not death. And that was a powerful realization I had, that for a lot of moments in my life, I was taking steps in life, you can say, by recreating the past pains, past hurt, past situations that made me become closed off to life, where I was recreating a lot of that pain, which was just taking me, which was just making me feel like, okay, I'm alive, I'm living, I'm alive, and I'm okay, just, the end goal is death. And that is a shift in perspective to see, are we taking steps towards death, which is steps just to be alive, and then, death is the final thing, okay, I lived a life? Or are we taking steps towards life? Yes, each day we grow older, but that does not mean we have to take steps as if we are dying every day. No, we are living every day. Every day is a day to be grateful for life. And I know how there are moments in our life when we are in such darkness, in such pain, in such suffering, where that can be really hard. I've had moments like that where it was, before becoming conscious to all of that, I was in such a place of feeling like, there was like, what's the point to feel like I am living when I feel such pain? But life is meant to be lived. Life is not meant to be stopped. And each pain and each suffering can be created in love, can be created in beauty. There is light at every tunnel. And if you cannot see the light, create that light within you. That light is within you. Let your light shine. Let your light shine and create love from all that darkness. Create love from all that darkness by meeting it with love, by seeing it with love. You hold that power to create every situation in love. And that's what I remind you with today. That is what I remind you today. And within you is life, the life force. Creation is life force. Love is life force. God is life force. Breath, living, breathing, being alive. Within you is life. Allow yourself to live. Allow yourself to create. Create yourself. Create every aspect of your life. Create love from all of that pain, all of that darkness. Create love. Know you hold the power in either creating pain, creating suffering, or creating love from all of that, and continuously creating more love and light. You hold such power. You hold Creation is living, creation is life force, creation is momentum, creation is motion. And once you allow yourself to create, more momentum, more living, more beauty, more love meets you, because you are in a beautiful just co-creation of magnetism and love, and you are spreading that love, and you are giving that love, and you are receiving that love, and life meets you on a whole nother magical level. So allow yourself to create today. Allow yourself to create. Truly allow yourself to create. Allow yourself to live. And remember that creating is living. Yes. So you can find my books linked down below. And if you want an activation session, a session to truly activate your potential, activate love and light within you, activate and transform and alchemize anything that might be stuck in your energy, from allowing yourself to create love, to create light, to create from a place of true empowerment and from a conscious place, then you can find the link to my activation sessions down below, and allow it to truly activate this just divine potential within you, and also this ability to create a life in love and from an empowered place, no longer from a disempowered place. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to everyone who's going to reach out for that. And I am wishing you a beautiful and lovely day of creating in your potential, of creating with life. And yeah, have a beautiful and lovely day today. Like and comment, subscribe to become a part of the soul family. Have a beautiful day.